Alright, took a short break. Now I'm back. 30 minutes I had to say here. Just before it happened, I think I saw three of us. I saw three of them. She's not covering them for her hair anymore, but coming from Gold's mask. But I can't remember after all. There was a person I couldn't identify in front of me. There's no way she could remember the details of the crime. Someone was screaming. So that was when the killer stabbed the victim from behind with a weapon. It's alright. And he died. Maya was in the middle of a real dangerous situation. She wasn't dead. She struck back. Blood, if you ever smell blood, it smells like smells a bit like iron. It's pretty nasty. I could I have no idea what to do. Could you still see the red lights? Okay, the red lights went out. Yes, suddenly I couldn't see them all at all. What do you mean? Red lights were coming from the red lights were coming from when I remember the fight. Maybe the mouse was damaged. Maybe it was knocked off. Or maybe the batteries right now. Right. Or maybe those little red light pin those little red pinhead light looking lights just stopped working. What do you mean by just at the moment? Do you mean the moment when the red lights went out? Yes, that's right. That scream you heard. Then, was it Dahlia Hawthorne? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was a man's voice. She heard a man scream? The killer? I think Dahlia Hawthorne must have taken the blade and attacked the killer with it. The killer let out a scream of pain, huh? After that, the killer stole the blade back and delivered the final blow, I guess. Sounds like a reasonable deduction. Oh yes! There's a contradiction in there. No, she didn't. There's no... Was there blood on this? Yeah, the actual murder wasn't used. Okay, so... But that interpretation would create an enormous contradiction. That makes sense. After all, my deductions are almost certainly never correct. Well, that's why you're sitting there and we're sitting here. All you have to do is bang a gavel and say guilty or not guilty. That's it. Maya said she had already been splattered by the victim's blood. In other words, the blade in the staff had already been plunged into the victim. Yeah. she wouldn't have stuck it back. She wouldn't have struck back with a sword that was already stuck in her body. Yeah, it was already in there. The weapon that caused the killer to let out a scream must have been something other than the staff. If you're so sure about that, then don't keep us waiting any longer, Tribes. So one thing I can think of. Yeah. There was one thing. What could she have used to strike back? It was this. The dagger with blood. Unknown blood. Naturally, the dagger the killer brought to the crime scene. The dagger was found at the crime scene, stuck into a pine tree. Yes, the detective found it that moment and brought it to me. Dahlia Hawthorne struck back at the killer with this, and she managed to wound him as well. Just because he let out a scream doesn't mean that he was wounded. For all we know, the blood of the dagger could have been from the victim. No, it wasn't. Have you forgotten that the blood has already been tested? Since we learned it wasn't the victim's blood, it must be the killer's blood. The killer must have a wound somewhere on his body. Would you like to lift off your shirt, Gordo, so we can see? He's obviously not going to do that, obviously. DNA analysis, yes. And yes, Mr. Gordo, it would prove that it's your blood. Nice theory, Tribes. Order in the court. Is this the end? Have I done it? He won't be able to change the results of a scientific test. Huh. Let me ask you something, Tripe. Let's just say that it turned out that I was the killer. Do you really think I would be stupid enough to leave a piece of evidence like that? Just think for a second. This dagger was found this morning by a detective and brought to me. There was already blood stain on it, correct? And even so, I was the one who brought this dagger here to the courtroom. Yes. What does that prove? Well, if I were really the killer, I could have washed the blade off and then planted another person's blood on it. That can't be true. In any case, there's one thing I can guarantee, Tripe. That blood, it doesn't belong to me. Not a chance. In any case, it seems to have established that the killer was wounded. Alright then, witness. Wait a minute. What's the problem? I know I probably shouldn't say this, but there's a big contradiction in this explanation. Hey, that's our job. This dagger. You said it wounded the killer. That's right. But if Mr. Gordo had really been cut with the dagger, his clothes should be bloody and have a rip in them, right? Maya, maybe he just changed his clothes. That would solve the contradiction pretty easily. What are you talking about? It's not that simple at all. Remember back to the day of the murder? Everyone that was on the inner temple side got trapped in there. And once the bridge was fixed, the police headed to the inner temple. Mr. Gordo was already there waiting for them. He never had a chance to change his clothes. The one smart thing she said. Well, maybe he brought a change of clothes with him. But no one could have predicted that lightning strike that shut down the bridge. Why would anyone have brought a change of clothes? Did the judge take smart pills during the last recess? Well then, maybe the killer took off his clothes before... It's freezing, man. That's impossible, try it. You know how cold it gets up there late at night? After a few minutes with no clothes on, You'd be frozen solid. Yep. No one wants to give themselves hypothermia. Ah, that's all you got? I knew you weren't tough enough to finish this. Right now, if Mia Fey were here, she would have closed the book on this case already. Mia Fey were here. So come on, try. Can you do it or not? But can you prove it? Have we got one piece of evidence? The question is whether or not, isn't whether I can prove it or not. The fact is, I have to prove it. It's the only choice I have. I was taught that it's one of the rules of being a lawyer. I can prove it. I'm going to bring magnificent vengeance to fruition, just as you want. Oh my god, they brought back this song! That's nice. That's good. I'll fight it till the end. Try it. The original corner theme from the first game. They brought it back. Since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove your point. Why don't you go for the ultimate penalty? Holy crap! Are you trying to put pressure on me, Godo? Because it doesn't matter to me. I've got one piece of evidence I need. Give me a break. You've got nothing to write. So what do I do at a time like this? It's simple. I've got to think outside the box and approach it from a different angle. Let's see here. There's one thing I've demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded. That was proven in the blood on the dagger. But we decided it was impossible for him to have hidden such a wound. If he had been cut by the dagger, there would have been a bloodstain on his clothing. There's one place that could have hidden his wound. Oh yes. This is it. My last sign. I need to think of this from a different angle. I don't need to think about why there was no bloodstains on the clothing. I need to think of how he hit the wound. Where location hit his wound? You hit it in your visor, didn't you? And frankly, I don't need to know. What I do know is that you've never been half the lawyer she was. Isn't that right, Trite? What was that just now? Mia? It can't be. You're living on for him? Even as we speak, you're still hiding that wound. It's beneath your mask. During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right, your mask went flying off your face. Mr. Gordo, would you mind removing your mask? If you had a dagger wound hidden there somewhere, then I'd say this case is solved. Just now, I saw her spirit in you. I never liked you. 6 years ago, you helped the woman who put me to sleep by hiding her bottle of poison. Then While I was sleeping, you let Mia die. But you didn't care. You just kept living your pathetic, happy-go-lucky life. You even had the nerve to follow her footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. That's what I thought. Stigoto. But I was wrong about you. I knew it from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could never find it in my heart to forgive was me. Yourself? I was the one who failed to protect Mia. Me and no one else. I tried to avert my eyes from the truth, to escape from the harshness of reality. I just couldn't face Mia's death head on, so I ran. I hid behind the mask, threw away my true name. I couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit. But you saved Maya. Yeah, that was my plan. Up until just now, anyway. What? What do you mean? Are you listening, Maya? If I had really wanted to save you, then there's one person that I should have gone and talked to right away. Who would that be? Are you talking about Nick? But I didn't do it. I tried to get help from Iris and your mother. But I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. Do you know why? The real reason? No, why? I suppose I wasn't really interested in saving you at all. I think I was trying to salvage what's left of my broken soul. I was trying to make up for the fact that I couldn't save Mia, nothing more. That's why I let you walk right into a situation that I knew was dangerous. Forgive me. You're wrong. You put your life on the line to save Maya. Was it really for Maya's sake? Even I'm not really sure. What do you mean by that? That night, in the darkness of the garden, when I saw her silhouette, a part of me must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Dahlia Hawthorne standing there in front of me. It could have been Misty Faye, or even that little girl. But I picked up the blade, and it was like I was dreaming. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not sure exactly what was going on in the mind of my phone at that point. Was I really motivated by the pure desire to protect my Faye? Or was it something else? Revenge. And now, I don't know anything anymore. I did learn something today, however. I finally realized that I was the arrogant one. I was just chasing an illusion, a fantasy. Stupid fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom. You were the one who made me realize my folly. You never ran away from Mia's death. Instead, you picked up where she left off, as a true defender of the people. In that moment, I understood everything. Stigoto. I think you already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando. It's the Armando. I believe in you. I knew you were trying to save me. Oh no. Thanks. Your wound is bleeding. Did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist. These must be my tears. Tears. Ever since I woke up from my coma, I think I've been waiting for this very moment. Do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. This time, it's really over, isn't it? Defendant? Yes, Your Honor. Although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body in the crime scene is a serious offense in itself. I understand, Your Honor. Mr. Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk, and willingly cooperated anyway. Very well. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say? Well, there's one thing. I'd like to say something to Mr. Wright. I want to apologize to you. Apologize to me? For what? For the case 6 years ago, of course. I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover? Not exactly. Yeah, something like that. Even now, 6 years later, I can hardly believe it. She was going to do it. She was planning to kill me. It's not all that surprising. Two of you hardly knew each other. Huh? What do you mean? You and my sister, we only met twice. Huh? We only met twice? The first time you met was on that fateful day. The day she poisoned Mr. Armando in the cafeteria of this very courthouse. The next time you met was 6 months later. You met her again on the day that she stole your cold medicine. And Doug Swallow was killed. No way. It can't be true. I mean, during our whole relationship, we were... For those 6 months, the woman that you fought with, Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't actually my sister. It wasn't Dahlia? I hope one day you can forgive me, Feeny. Oh, that's right. I lied to you for 6 months. This suddenly became a soap opera. What the hell? But why? Why would you do such a thing? Ever since she gave you the ball that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. Because of the police investigation and the surveillance, she couldn't move about freely. So that's why my sister, from the beginning, she was prepared for the worst. Prepared for the worst? She thought that you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you at the moment's notice. You mean she was ready to kill me, didn't you? She already had so much to answer for. I didn't want any more sins on her soul. Well, she's in hell anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance. That's why you came to me. You came to get that bottle pendant back from me in their place. But I couldn't get you to give it back. I failed at something even as simple as that. 6 months passed, and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. She didn't consult me about her plans for you that day. It was the first time that had ever happened. That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crime, and she would confer with you. I think she must have noticed, yeah, my feelings for you. If I had found out she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever necessary was to stop her. Even if it meant her life or mine. Iris, after spending half a year by your side, my feelings towards you, they changed. Aww. I have something to say to you too. You really are the type of person I thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, I still believed in you. You might not see this, but I have a fantastic smile on my face. I want to be cool like Armando right here. Like, But like that's so sad, but so cute as well. I'm gonna cry. How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know. I'll tell you though, right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I've ever had. Don't you think so? Phoenix, right? Hey, Phoenix has coffee as well. Yeah, I think you're right. The purpose of the trial was to rule on the murder of the victim, at least in him. At some points, I expect you will be tried for your role as an accomplice in this case. I understand, Your Honor. Very well. On the charge of murder, I hereby find the defendant guilty. Woo! Where's my confetti? Hold on. Hey, confetti. Yo, you can't do that. Where's my confetti? I deserve confetti. Why are you not giving me confetti? I wanted my confetti, goddammit. I wanted my woo. You know what? I'm gonna have my own confetti with woos and everything. I actually I can't do that. I'm not good at editing. I can't do that. If I was good at editing, I'd add in my own confetti. I'm not good at it. Well, I could do it, but it would take me too much time, and this part is already ridiculously long. But I couldn't save Mr. Armando, the man who cared so deeply for you. You're wrong, Phoenix. You did save Diego. You saved him in the only way possible. You mean, with that verdict? I think one day you'll understand too. Phoenix, I want you to remember one thing. You are as good out there today as any defense lawyer could ever hope to be. There's nothing more you can learn from me. Mia, you've accomplished something I wasn't able to. I owe you a great deal. Thank you. Mia. I'm sure we'll meet again someday, Phoenix. I've handled a lot of cases and seen a lot of things. Along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. What does it really mean to defend someone? I suppose today's case produced one possible answer. Nick. Maya? I guess it's just like my sis said. Your sister, Mia. That night, when I challenged Mia to get her advice on what to do, this is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry, Phoenix will save everyone in the end. But come on, cut it out with that gloomy face. Can't you see me, sis, and I'm sure Iris too. We owe you for everything you've done for us, Nick. Maya, how can you be so bright and chipper after all that's happened? You were brutally attacked. You even saw your mother murdered. Youch! Hey, Francisco, how you doing? Still a softy as always, Phoenix, right? Hey, Edgeworth, excellent work, Wright. Huh, Mr. Edgeworth, when did you get back? Oh, that's right. I guess no one filled her in on that. Edgeworth and Francisco have been actually helping me. Helping you? If these two hadn't been there on the first day of the trial, the defense wouldn't have gone anywhere. Wow. But where were you, Mr. Nick? I heard he fell in the river and caught a nasty cold which forced him to sleep all day. Yes, he laid in bed shivering from his fever with Iris's hood pulled over his head. Oh, ouch. Talk about embarrassing, Nick. You definitely need more training. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. And you, Francisca. I don't suppose... Hey, it's the butts. There's room for me in the group hug. Is there? No! You make more from... No! You do not get the group hug. You do not get in there. You cause more problems than you make, mate. You cause more problems than you... Ugh. I realized that Larry was never of any use to anyone, not even once. That's not true, right, Nick? What? You're asking me? Well, Nick, is it true? I've got a place in this world, right? Yeah, of course. I knew it. Everyone would be better off if I'm gone for good. No, no, no. Oh yeah, those rose races you painted, they were really good. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? What? Me? Why are you making that face, huh, Edgy? Oh, well, yes, indeed. I certainly can't say that it's lacking resemblance. Do you really mean it? What about you, Francie? Did I draw you well too? My beauty can't possibly be captured by a mere crayon. Hey, be nice. Nevertheless, I recognize the effort you put into it, and that's something. So then, you'll do it, like you promised. You're going to mull over my next pressure route? Francisco, don't get carried away. Yeah, about that, I guess painting portraits is the only thing I'm good at. The painting of pearls was pretty damn good too, if you ask me. If you ask me, huh? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her around. Pearls, where could she have gone? Normally, she would have made a beeline for Maya. I'll go look for her. I'll be right back. Hey, Pearly! You seem to be uncharacteristically puzzled. I suspect you're wondering how Maya can be so cheerful despite all of that has happened. To be honest, I can't understand it either, Francisco. That's right, she lost her father very recently as well. I think I understand how she feels. Maya is a much wiser person than she appears. I think she realized something. Now is exactly the time when she needs to be as strong as she can. What do you mean by now is exactly the time? Maya wasn't the only one that was badly wounded by this incident. In fact, there was someone that was hurt far more deeply than she was. I believe it's for that person that Maya is trying her best not to cry. So, Edgeworth, I think I'm starting to understand too. Then tell me, Phoenix Wright, who is Maya Fey being strong for? She's being strong for Pearly. That poor kid. After all, the reason that she worked so hard to follow the instructions was because she loved and believed in her mother, Morgan. It's for the good of the Flay Can. I'm sure she believed in every last word. She thought she was doing it for Maya. That's why she was so happy. It shows how truly devoted she is to Maya. It's a cruel irony that it was her exuberance that led to this tragedy. Maya Fey's mother was killed and Maya herself was put into the deepest peril imaginable. That's exactly why Maya is putting on a brave face. She's doing it for Pearl's sake until she can see her smile again. Oh hey! So this is where you all were. Wow, looks like... What was that for, sir? Sorry about that, Scruffy. My whip just seems to have a mind of its own. Yep, detective. Oh, you know, this and that. Anyway, congrats on your win. Let's go out tonight, pal. Dinner's on me. My salary's just sorta kinda gone down a teeny weeny bit, but it's alright. I made reservations at a first class French restaurant. Pretty good work, Scruffy. That whip was your reward. Detective Gumshoe. You said at first. You said a first. Wait, what the hell? You said a first class French restaurant. You don't mean Tribulations. Where else? No, please. Oh, forget about me. Pearl and I will be at the loser shack getting potatoes. You know, Maya is taking an awful long time to get back. She's still out looking for Pulse. She can't find her. What's wrong? Nick, what do I do? Pearly, I can't find her anywhere. Huh? I bet she just went back home. That's all. I thought so too. So I called the village, but no one has heard from her. This has never happened before. As I figured, she's been badly hurt by this event. She feels responsible for the tragedy that has befallen you, Maya. But none of this was her fault. What should I do? Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, what is it, pal? Could you guys go on ahead? But what about you? Maya and we will join you guys when we find pearls. Nick? Don't worry about us, Detective Gumshoe. We may be a little late, but we'll definitely be there. We have a ton of celebrating to do tonight, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. Yeah, but you're the... Very well, Phoenix Wright. We'll go on ahead. Don't keep us waiting, Wright. We won't. But where should we look? Where would a pearl have gone? Let's go, Maya. There's only one place I can think that pearls might have gone to. For pearls, I bet this is an important place. After all, it's where the whole incident started. What's this? You're all back again so soon? Sister Bikini. I thought we'd be eating mashed potatoes alone tonight. So she's here? If Early's here? She's in the training hall. Why don't you hurry along and go see her? Okay. Pearlie's not here. Ah, Maya, the hanging scroll. She cleaned it. Someone cleaned it off. Hey, Pearlie, where the hell have you been? I swore that I would never trouble you two again. Because it's all my fault, Mystic Maya's mother. It's not your fault, Pearlie. Come on. I have to do that, Pearl. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Of course I'm sad that my mother is gone, but how do I say this? I'm still happy. You don't have to lie to make me feel better. No, really, it's true. The only reason I'm still here is all thanks to everyone who was there for me. My sis, my mother, Mr. Armando, Nick, and you. If even one of you weren't there, I'm sure I wouldn't be alive right now. That's why I have to be strong. All the people that were there for me when I needed them. That's all I can do. Mystic Maya. I'm impressed. You really are the daughter of Mystic Misty. Your mother, Mystic Misty, she's a strong woman. I wanted to tell you what she said to me that night. As dishonoring the good name Curain, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya is always in my thoughts. It's true, she'll always be with me until the day I die. Your spirit was with her. That's why your mother was so strong. Even at the end, I'm sure she had no regrets. She'll always be with me until the day I die, huh? There's a rule or something all masters are to follow, isn't there? To never take the charm off until the day you die. The thing that Misty kept by her heart and would never take off. It wasn't a container rather that was important, rather its contents. It had something in there. It's only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives, but what makes us human is that we fight to protect others. But who do we fight for? How hard must you fight? That's a true measure of what a human's life is worth. We defense attorneys are warriors who are constantly challenged by that question. The two sisters. Even when the battle is over and the bonds that connect us are severed, we always return time and time again. Maya, Pearls, Mr. Armando, and Maya's mother too. I learned that all from them. Well, shall we get going? Everyone's waiting. This is a day to remember. A day when a lot of things will finally put to rest. I think we should celebrate what we've overcome. I still can't Oh, go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna I'm gonna make a brand new start too. Since the beginning, I'll be back for more training, I promise. I know, I won't go easy on you just because you're the future master. I'll make sure to prepare reservations for free for when you come back. Wahahaha, ho 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 ho, hee hee hee. Alright, I'm gonna have a great feast. Pearl, you know why? Because training is a battle of insurance. Okay, Mr. Maya, I'll eat tons of food tonight. You know, there's one thing I don't get and probably don't want to, but what is it, Nick? Reservation for training is fine and all, but why for free? Come on, what do you think? You're one of us, Nick. Next time, you can train right along with us, huh? I'll be waiting for you. Bikini will take special care of you, huh? Huh? It'll be great, Nick. We're doing the special course naturally. That's a great idea, after all, Mr. Nick. You'd do anything for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you? Even walk over hot coals, right? Or have a nice big meal before we come next time. Right, Nick? You know, I was wondering if I could say just one little thing. Sure you can. Oh, I love this part. I can't wait to hear it. I'm getting goosebumps too. I don't think the microphone works for... Yep, he gets to say it. Objection! I thought they were gonna do the microphone thing, but they didn't. I have an objection to that. I do. Wow, I really have to work extra hard now. Master Crane and all his manager at Wright court offices. I'd be good. At least it's the pearls. like he's not locked up or captured or anything like that. Which you seem to be every single game. Oh my god, this game. Oh my god, what a way to end the original trilogy, Phoenix Wright trilogy. Oh man, I can see why these games are so loved and so cared and so, you know, cared for by so many people around the world. You know, I heard a lot of good things about this series and I was like, you know, I'm gonna check it out. And going through the original trilogy has been a lot of fun. I would have to say this is probably my favorite game in the series, possibly because of all the twists and the turns and just how much stuff that was going on. It was just so much fun. I feel 10 years longer. I'll never take it off. Yes, but somehow you just don't seem the same. I guess the Dirty Shadow is just more of a tense. Like, sir, don't worry about it. In the name of love, a man sold himself city. Oh man, this game. Whew, and that last case. Whew, that was long. I mean, I think this is going to be at least oh, you may have not seen that. I hope I cut it out. But I don't know how long this would have been. This entire thing was like, she told me how to do this. You said, show you. I hope I cut that out. I hope I did. I hope I didn't miss that out. Anyway, I forget how long this has been. It's been a very long. Because Master Consulting. We're dedicated to stopping the evil plans of criminals. My mother, cut it out, please. Pretty cute, huh? Well, also sell plans of criminals. Side business. What? I wonder if that's okay. Sometimes I think we're the worst criminals. So yeah, this may be a pretty long. I think it's like 50. It'll be around 50-60 parts. I don't know. And the last part I uploaded was 53, so I'm not 100% sure where this will land me on. But damn, this would need to have been a 60-part episode, a 60-part playthrough. And oh, I think the first thing I did was the first part I uploaded was in April or something like that. It was a long time ago, and a lot of stuff has happened. A lot of stuff has happened in between all that, but yeah, I'm back. I know what I'm gonna do after this. I want to read all this. Talk about embarrassing. Yo, the crowd, like the baby died. But music, Noriyuki Iwadare. I thought she would have a bigger impact on the story, Miss Basil. Uh, New pro Glenn Elg. Adam Mother. As soon as I heard his name, I knew in his brain circuits would line. Is she a robot? I don't know. She kind of looks like one. I mean, who has lights on their shirt like that? My! More reporters. Since the murder, we've made so much money. I hardly know what to do. I think the magazines like us. Because in the springs, I can hardly wait for Iris to come back. I hope she does. I hope she does come back. At one point I thought she was gonna be the murderer, but nah, she's too jovial for that. I want to see if they show. Hey, Iris, you've turned into such a respectable man, Sweeney. It's so sweet of you and everyone else to come by and visit me here the other day. Of course, I was happy that you constantly had eyes for me. I felt kind of bad. It's like when this little one stabbed you. Oh, that's not very nice. Oh, yeah, there's voice actors in this. The voice actor of Phoenix Wright. Oh, no. Ben Grumman Judd. That was his. Even though you only hear like their noises like a little bit. Sion King. Christina Catano. I don't know any of these names. I might have to search them up on the wiki. James C. Wilson. Oh, yeah, this is going for everyone's voice actors. Man, I can't say it hasn't been fun. I mean, during the summer, I kind of lost a lot of like motivation to continue with YouTube. So that was why there was like a massive gap between like in the summer but I can't say that. Hey, it's Miss Astronaut, old bag. I'm retiring for vacation. No one's there to visit me. I guess while I'm gone, my little boy was gonna bloody quit. What kind of lonely security? Oh, Larry quit, didn't he? Feels like some sort of space alien. And now, Damien has brought everybody. We're bringing them over the edge. Oh, she's reading too quickly. Now she's going into a rant again. Alright, so I've enjoyed my game. This game. I lost a lot of like fun. Okay, Francisco Rico is gonna turn it outward on his head. Should have realized sooner. Self-centered, lazy, antisocial. I'm an artist, a really good portrait artist. I'm not losing at all. You find what you wanted to do. Go out there and be useful, Larry. Hopefully in future games we don't know. Wow, that's actually a really great sketch. Damn, he good. We did it. I believe the next in this game series is I believe the next game in the series, let me just search it out before this all ends. Hey, Capcom series. I think the next game in the series is, if I'm not mistaken, I think, oh, come on, Wikipedia, do me a favor. Show me. What is the next game in the series? I don't know. Where is it? I can't find the next game in the series. Oh no, I can't find it. Whatever. I think that it is Apollo Justice. Yes. Okay. Thank God for that. I found it. So the next game in the series is Apollo Justice. Yeah, I've heard mixed things about this game. I've heard bad things. Some people feel it's the worst in the series, but we'll get to it when we get to it. The next game I'm going to be doing on my channel, we're going to be going back on the DS, and we're going to be revisiting something that I did quite a while ago, but I'm going to be redoing it here on this channel, and I hope you guys will join me for that. I'm gonna take a bit of a week off in between uploading, but when I come back, the new Let's Play is gonna start, and I can't wait for that one. But the next game in the Phoenix Strike series is Apollo Justice, so I hope you guys will join me for that one and the next game, and for whatever I do on this channel. Of course, always subscribe, always like all the stuff that I do. I really enjoy making these videos, and hopefully I'll continue to. So thank you for the last time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and of course subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.